Welcome back, my fairies. I'm Matsurific, joined once again by my best friend Fishy.
Hello.
And of course, my good friend Dim and the lovely Mama Wolf Meg.
Hello.
And today is Fishy's birthday! Say happy birthday, Fishy!
Birthday.
Oh, I
Thank you.
forgot to switch the audio in this. There we go. So, it has been a hot minute since we've done this save file. Had to refresh ourselves on what exactly we were doing. So, and after going back through the decks, I realized, oh yeah, we were working on moves. So we need to see Walrein use Ice Beam and Blizzard. So we're viewing our moves and also trying to get ourselves a shiny Eevee if we can. And it's over there.
I mean, technically we did find shiny Eevee, but not in this file.
Yeah, that was in our main save. I already gathered that. Okay. I think we have to wait for more stuff to spawn in. Yeah, it looks like stuff is not currently spawned in. Oh, there we go. There's a Bidoof. Let's go boop the doof. Hello, that's Score Bunny Trainer. Welcome.
Kind of funny how we started, like, supposed to do it this when we always do Fishy's birthday. Even when it's not his birthday, we still say boop the doof.
Yes.
Or boop whatever Pokemon we're trying to do.
Yeah, but boop the doof. Because it's fun to say. Wait, do we need to see this in any particular style? I've forgotten already. I looked at the moves, but I forgot the style.
I don't think so, but it doesn't hurt to check.
Yes, we need to see strong style.
So both Blizzard and Ice Beam, or just Ice Beam?
Any move needs to be strong style, but we have to use Ice Beam and Blizzard, so we might as well use them in strong style.
Okay.
Alright, let's go over here. And boop! Just one shot and got with an Ice Beam. Yeah.
Well, the Doofs are only like level 5.
This one's level 3.
I meant by level variation.
Yep. Alright, we're not going to get any more spawns until nighttime, so let's kill some time by go playing with some Bleezels.
Really? I can't do that very well.
Blee! Oh, of course. Now I get 2 of them. Now the game lets me battle 2 at a time. Just by throwing a ball near 2 of them that are angry. The game was being a butt about that yesterday when we were trying to do permutation hunts with Riolu.
We finally got it though. After 9 permutations.
Yeah, that was actually kind of crazy that it only took 9 permutations. I'm glad though, because that was getting a little frustrating.
Yeah, plus your thumb was starting to hurt too.
Yep. Alright. Boop da doof. Alright, that's our last Ice Beam.
Oh yeah, I forget Ice Beam only has 10 PP in the modern games nowadays.
That, and also we're doing strong style, so that uses double the PP. Boop da doof. Hello, Benny. Welcome.
Hey Benny.
Yeah, we're in our blue swimsuit. I do need to create a background for this playthrough. So it's still the grass background for now, but I do kind of want to make a wave, or like an ocean background.
Mhm. I mean, you can still keep the flowers. Those are cute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
That
sure
is
if
a
I'll
big
keep the flowers
Eevee.
or not. I
Now
could put
she's
a blue filter on
behind.
them.
Yeah. Or just do the blue and white one.
Yeah. Then I would have to completely make the frame again from... And it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
placing those flowers individually.
Oh, then never mind.
Although the filters you can put on it's actually kind of cool. Alright, we are out of Ice Beams and Blizzards. Let's see if there's any other moves that we need from our other Pokemon in our party.
That would have been cool if that Eevee was Shelfa, though.
Yeah? Yeah, I would've. Alright, we've got Basculin with us right now. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I forgot that we found a shiny Drifloon and Geodude too. It's like,
Into the giveaway box.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Basculin. Okay. We need to see it use Double Edge. It does not have to be strong or agile. Okay. So, is that the Rapidash? I think that's just the Rapidash. Yeah, it's just Rapidash. Just couldn't see it behind the rocks. Alright, Double Edge. Fortunately, we don't take a lot of recoil since the Doof doesn't have a lot of HP. Hello, Eevee. There's my berries.
Want to be a good Eevee and get the bears?
Boop. Eevee gets spooked if you don't boop it from the back. Alright. And then 2 more Doofs to boot. Now go to the last one. Here's the other Doof. Come here,
He's
Doof.
trying to he wants to play with the Rapidash, but he's like, oh gosh, nope, never mind.
Little Doof, we just want to boop.
I'm not gonna hurt booping you.
Looks like we got a satchel up there that we should grab too. We got a little time before the next set of spawns comes in, so we could go grab it real quick. Would help though if we marked it. Well, that way we know exactly where it is we're going. That's not an alpha Golbat, is it? I don't think so. No, it's just big. Are there any more satchels around? Nope. We could go see if we can Kind of pepperoni, though.
Yeah, and there, I think I saw one with the Misfortune Sisters too, or something.
No, they don't spawn this early in the game. Because we're not...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we're not even through the game yet. We just can't continue until we max out the dex stuff. The dex entries in the Cobalt Coastlands.
Right, never mind. I forgot.
Yeah.
And it's just an NPC.
But because there is a lot of water types in the Cobalt Coastlands, because it's literally the beach map. Yeah, we'll grab it. It's like, do I want to grab it? Look, we can grab it. Since there's so many water types, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be like the longest it takes to get anywhere. Alright. Oh, and it didn't even come out for it.
Darn.
Yeah, we can still grab the wisps, considering the fact that we do get items for turning them in.
Well, Weird Ear was trying to be interesting.
That was it. That was indeed interesting. Alright. Every attack with Neptune needs to be in strong style. Alright, Drifloon. Ice Beam you. I have to say, though, I would be really happy if we found a shiny Eevee today, because I know Vaporeon is Fishy's favorite evolution. So it would be perfect to find for his birthday. Alright, goodbye, Drifloon. Anything else around?
Yeah, we can boop.
Here's a doof. Boop the doof. Alright. So, Fishy, you doing anything with your family later?
Not that I'm aware of.
Just kind of a day.
Yep.
Understandable. I did tell Rena what time we were planning to wrap up in case you guys wanted to have a call after stream. And Blizzard. Oh, that is the second Alpha Eevee we've seen today. Oh my goodness, that Alpha Eevee cry is crazy.
And scary too.
Also, it doesn't even sound like an Eevee.
No.
Alright, let's see here. Walrein. Okay, so we've seen half of the strong style moves. And we are almost to the point of not needing Ice Beam anymore. We should really be doing Blizzard first, and then only going to Ice Beam after we've finished Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Should probably also check how many we need in comparison. So if we're gonna need more strong styles than we do of other moves. Speaking of,
We're gonna need
actually,
a lot of legendaries.
yeah, might as well use that one now. But if we end up needing less strong styles than we do blizzards, then we could use a few blizzards. Oh yeah, we need to see 40 blizzards, so yeah.
Okay.
So blizzard, we just don't use in strong style. We'll save that for Ice Beam. Alright. Oh, and he's gone. I just wanted to boop the doof. That doof did not want to be booped.
Nope.
Alright, let's heal up. It's morning now, so there should be more spawns in.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the trees will respawn soon, too.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Give me your doof.
We can. Oh,
Actually, I take it back. We're gonna use the last Blizzard in Strong Style because that's gonna use one power point regardless.
mm-hmm.
I can't believe that Bidoof ran off. I can't believe it ran away from me.
Go for it. Come on. We're trying to boop.
Oh, don't miss! Come on, Neptune. There we go. Alright, and boop! Blizzard. At least we didn't miss it when we were using it in strong style. That would have been so upsetting.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Ladios.
Hey, Ladios, welcome. Alright, well. Hello, Tomboy Gamer Wolf. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A fine welcome to you. Welcome, 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 Mason. How do you do? Oh, and we're going the wrong way. Got all turned around. There's a doof. Yes, we are doing water types only, and we're not allowed to move on from the area that we're in until we complete the dex, every water type Pokemon entry as much as we can, while only using water types. If we cannot complete an entry with just water types, then we move on until we can.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, there was a dex entry where we had to defeat Floatzel with electric type moves. We didn't have access to any electric type moves yet, so we had to move on and then come back later when we had enough, when we were high enough level to be able to teach Thundershock or Thunderbolt. What's our team? right now our team is just whatever we need for completing the dex entries. But we have found some shinies. Show those off real quick since we're here. So we've got Urchin, the shiny Tentacruel. We've got Marzel, the shiny Golduck. We've got Vero, the shiny Gastrodon. Marisa, Plank, Triton, Ariel, and Flip, and Nerissa. So like this box here, these are all party members.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot to heal.
That'd be important.
Yep. Alright, let's see who we can play with while we wait for the Bidoofs to respawn. Ah yes, water types. Misty would be quite proud. She would indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're naming all of our Pokemon after mermaids.
Or mermen, depending on
Well, yeah,
the gender.
depending on the gender. And we're specifically going along this route because we want to find a shiny Eevee if we can. Ah, dang it! The Doof did not want to be booped!
I saw that. The super is like, you shall not boop
Yep.
anymore.
Yeah, she was, I forget exactly what her title was, but I know that her Misty's title did have mermaid in it. Oh yeah, that's right. She was the tomboyish mermaid.
There is even an episode of the anime called The Misty Mermaid.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So since she's not actually a mermaid, we can't name something after her. She's just named after one. So there was an episode where she dressed as a mermaid, but she's never referred to as the tomboyish mermaid in the anime. That's actually from the games. If you click on the statue in Misty's gym, it'll actually tell you what her title is. It's also where Lieutenant Surge's title of the Electric American comes from. We play mostly Pokemon. We do play a lot of Pokemon, but we do also other stuff. Sundays we always play Persona. And sometimes we also play The Sims 4. Sometimes we play Dragon Ball games.
It's a variety.
Yeah. A variety channel. I wish that Starmie was in Scarlet and Violet. Then you can legit rock a fun Misty mono water team. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
At least Starmie's gonna be in Legends ZA. Right. Here's a doof. Boop the doof! Oh.
They're really saying no more booping. Here's the boop.
We are going to boop, whether she likes it or not. Yeah, life's too short to play the same thing all the time, honestly. In my opinion. Like, I understand that there are channels that specialize in one certain thing, and that's good for them. But I would get bored playing the same thing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even with how many different Pokemon games there are. No, Starmie is not in every Pokemon game. It is DLC only for Sword and Shield, and it is not in Scarlet and Violet at all. But we do know that it is going to be in Legends EA. It's also not in this game either.
Which is sad.
Yeah. There's not a lot of Pokemon that you can say have been in every single game.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's like the mascot Pokemon, which we are not naming.
Yeah, the Pikachu line and the Eevee lines are in every single game. And Magikarp line would also be in every single game.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was another Doof to Boop. Alright. That is exactly all of the PP. All of Neptune's PP. Alright. Nope. I don't want to flag. I want to teleport. So we can heal up. Double check the dex. See how we're doing with Ice Beam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we need 2 more Ice Beams. And then 11 more strong style moves. But we are definitely getting there. Yeah, I can understand how those can be fun to collect, though. It is a little bit sad that we're not going to be getting any more. But, like, I would like them better if I could evolve them. Sadly, nothing happens when you throw a Thunderstone at its face.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I do think it would be interesting if they released a, within the line of Ash Hat Pikachus. I do think it would be interesting if they released one, like a new one that was Captain Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
I might have heard that they... Yeah, I kind of feel like I heard that they did, but now I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure either.
I don't collect them because you can't evolve them.
Mm-hmm. I don't either. I wouldn't have room on my shelves for all of them.
Oh, they're like game things. Oh, ooh, Distortion. Could potentially be a shiny Eevee in there.
Isn't that how we got the last time?
That's how we got Steven. In the shiny lock.
Mm-hmm.
We found some shinies in there. I think Eevee is the only thing that's going to be in the Distortion that we can actually get.
Mm-hmm. Because you're not far enough in the game for, like, all the other evolutions yet.
Yeah. Because the evolutions that spawn here, I believe that was Sylveon and Leafeon.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right.
Probably could have teleported, but oh well. Oh, that is an Alpha Kricketot.
And knock you off your deer.
Alright. Blizzard the Burmy. Burmy! Burmy! Oh no, a Kricketot is using Absorb. Whatever will we do?
You're fine.
Neptune, how did you miss? No, Sylveon's in Legends Arceus. All of the
She's in
evolutions are in
Darkin.
this. Alright. Strong style blizzard, please don't miss. Thank you. Yeah, BDSP is the one that doesn't have Sylveon. Because Sylveon didn't exist in Generation 4. It's the only evolution that's not in those games.
I believe Sylveon was introduced in Gen 5.
Gen 6.
I was about to second guess myself, but whatever.
Yeah. That's why everyone thought we were going to get an evolution in Generation 8 in Sword and Shield, was because it's always been even numbered generations.
And yet, you still might have to wait till Gen 10 for that. Unless they throw a curveball and throw one at us.
You don't have BDSP, you have Legends Arceus, but... Oh, you have BDSP, you don't have Legends Arceus, you like watching people play. That's understandable. It is a really good game.
A lot of people recommend this game over BDSP.
Oh, yeah. Like, with
And I mean a
BDSP,
lot.
the only reason I have to play BDSP over the other games, the other Sinnoh games, is just because it has fairies. It's Sinnoh with fairy types. There's a Zubat over there. I guess it's nighttime now. I'm just trying to kill time for this distortion comes. Definitely play more Arceus and be shiny hunting more as well. Yeah. Yesterday, like, we did that playthrough yesterday, but we've been Shalfa hunting all of the Mega Pokemon that exist in this game. Hey, Bedweasel!
Or at least the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve.
Yeah, every Pokemon that can Mega Evolve and is in this game, we're Shalfa hunting. And we actually did manage to get a Shalfa Riolu yesterday.
9 permutations, by the way.
Yeah. Only took 9 permutations. It was my first real permutation hunt, too.
He was kind of struggling. No offense.
Yeah, none taken.
But you managed. We were about to give up, and then, sure enough, the 9th permutation, he showed up.
Yeah.
Or she.
I was literally saying that my thumb was starting to hurt and that we were going to be wrapping up after that permutation was done, and the shiny Riolu heard that and decided to spawn in.
It felt bad for Matsu's thumb, so it's like, you know what, I'll be nice and spawn.
You're very picky and have preferences. That's why Legends Arceus isn't your kind of Pokemon game. But you still like watching people play. That's fun too.
Everybody's fine with their entitled to their own opinions. Well, they're right or wrong. It don't matter.
Yep. And don't worry about the accidental caps lock. Well, not caps lock, but like, don't worry about the accidental caps. YouTube only complains when it's like the entire thing is capital.
Constantly.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Pikatot would just run if we try to switch, so. Aw, Neo's a roll.
He's a low.
Oh, okay, here we go. Storm starting. Alright. We at least have a chance of getting a shiny Eevee in here. But Eevee is the only thing that can spawn here that we can actually get. Thunderstone.
So we
just-
perfect further and further.
Yeah.
Then we can get the other EV solutions.
Yeah. We don't have a space for that Thunderstone or Electrolyzer. Should have emptied my satchel first. That is an Alpha Lickitung. Let's see here. Is there anything here that we could... Let's see here. We do have our candies. Let's see here. Crafting. Okay, so we can use up some of our iron. And also get rid of our tumblestones. Let's see here. We could use up our medicinal leeks too. So at the very least, those items will give us, like, we can sell them. Okay, we have the potions, we just don't have the peppa plants. Okay. And we do already have some super potions in our satchel, so... Or hyper potions, so we can use that to use up our BB chokes. There we go. Okay, now we can pick up the Thunderstone and Electrolyzer. So again, we can't use them, but we can sell them. Sneasel! It's a non-shiny Steven!
Hi, Ursaring.
Yeah, we picked Oshawa as our starter. It is a water type after all.
We named him Triton,
Yes.
I believe.
Yep. Triton is sitting in the box at the moment. We don't need him for dex entries at the moment. Excuse me, Sneasel. I'm trying to get those shards. Sneasel did not like me trying to get that shard.
Nope. He's like, mine.
Wait. There we go. Alright, that should be everything. Really? Fine, we'll go out this way. Alright, so now let's just finish up the distortion and see if a shiny Eevee spawns in. Strong style is very powerful. Oh yeah. It doesn't look like it's going to be, but like I kind of wish that we had the same. Oh really, Ursaring? Really? Did you have to be right there? Okay, there we go. Hi, Gengar.
Weird how Gengar looks like in a distortion world. His eyes look more like an alpha kind of guy.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
he's
there's an Alpha Leafeon. As long as it's not shiny. I didn't know Toxicroak
doesn't
was...
look like it.
Wait, since when does Toxicroak spawn in this? I do not recall ever seeing Toxicroak in this area. It is Eevee's. We've already got Eevee perfected, so we don't need to play with it.
I don't know.
No, I said that we do already have it, so we don't need to play with it. We just want it shiny. Alright, well, let's go heal up. Alright. Now let's go boop some dupes. Ooh, the trees are back.
Yay.
Actually, it looks like the sun's about to come up, so let's go play with some dupes first. Before the spawns reset. Well, they don't reset, but like... before we miss the respawn point. Okay, well, you're gonna run off anyways, so...
Dude, what are you doing next to Pointa?
We're just hanging out.
I know.
Now we have to go find that ponyta. There's the ponyta. There's my little ponyta. Come here. Aw.
Or not. But there's more of them.
Yep. That one let me boop it.
Because it backed into you. What'd you do?
Oh, my foot just suddenly had a sharp-shooting pain.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it so much.
Almost like it
When
cramped.
that happens to me.
And now Leo's upset that I'm moving my leg around. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to stretch my foot out. Boop!
Oh, she's busy being a good kitty.
He's just glaring at me is all.
Oh, it's like, oh, play.
Alright. Come here, doof. Doof!
Like, boop. I'm so late on that.
Alright, strong style lizard. Alright, we are almost done with our strong style moves.
Thank goodness.
We still have a lot of blizzards left to use, though. But we are done using Ice Beam.
Nice.
So let's go back to camp, heal up, and then we can play with some more doofs. Alright. Go find some doofs. So we at least saw there were some new doofs.
There's a door.
Boop! Alright, and blizzard. Hey, don't dodge me. How dare you? There we go. Now I know I saw another doof. There's the doof. You ran far. Oh. You ran away. Okay, well, I guess that's it. We need to sort out our satchel, too. Yeah, we very much do, because that didn't have anywhere to go. Alright. I'm gonna do some shopping. Going to sell stuff. For one thing, we're going to sell that electrolyzer and the magmarizer and the thunderstone. So all those star pieces. There it is. Thunderstone. Alright, now let's go just store stuff away. Did not mean to organize because now it's just now it's got everything out of the order that I like to be in. There we go. Move all. That's the button I wanted. Okay. And then those. Alright. Now to reorganize all of this. Alright, let's see here. So these are the items that we care about being in certain spots. And also the mud. Alright. Smoke bombs. Okay, no, yeah. So throwing out objects. Those go over here. And then these. You're surprised Legends Arceus, besides Mystery Dungeon games, is probably the only game where your bag can actually be full. Well, not quite. The Generation 1, 2, and 3 games also had that too. I'm pretty sure it was Generation 4. Oh no, Generation... Well, actually now I'm questioning if 3 did or not. But Generations 1 and 2 did have the bags that did have limited storage. Okay. Now this goes over there. Okay. That should do it. Let's also sort out our inventory too. Galaxy member. Oh no, I don't want to see my Pokemon. I'm gonna do some shopping. You never played the old games? You grew up a 2000s kid? So you were born in 97? Okay. Yeah, I grew up a 90s kid. I played the first Pokemon games when they were new. I played every single Pokemon game when it was new. In fact, the only Pokemon game that I have not played before was Pokemon Conquest. And that's just because it didn't really seem all that interesting to me. It wasn't my kind of game. I don't think there's anything else that we need. I don't think there's any water types in this that are trade evos. I guess we can still keep it though. Okay, I guess that's pretty much, that's everything then. Okay. Yeah, my very first... Well, actually, no, I take that back. I didn't technically play Red and Blue when they were new, because my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Yellow. But, like, I was still, you know... Pokemon Yellow, I played when it was new. But, like, I was still at that age where I could have played it if I knew it existed. Everyone has different interests. That's true. But, like, every mainline Pokemon game I played. Alright, well, I guess... Oh, no, there we go. That's right. So we didn't get all of the trees over here. Alright, let's go find something else to play with while we wait for the Deuce to respawn. Come here. And Blizzard. And also Water Break. I'm very organized. Not really. The only reason I go through the bother of organizing my satchel is because I want everything to be easily accessible. So I don't really use the berries that often. Aside from orange berries, which we just use to throw. Alright. Regular Blizzard on you. Now, Neptune, I need you to not miss this strong style Blizzard. Please. Thank you. Alright. Let's go heal up. Oh yeah, speaking of Dubby, I say speaking of because the bot's speaking of it, but like I really should order some more Dubby now. Now that I actually have some money again. Professor, I actually did not mean to speak to you. Nope. I do not want to return to Jubilife City right now. Even though the grass is green and the mountains are shiny. The grass is green and the mons are shiny. I completely messed that up. Take me back to Jubilife City where the grass is green and the mons are shiny. Oh, won't you please take me home? Yeah, yeah. Hello, Rogerio. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well today. Yay, we have boosts. We have boops to do. We have deuce to boop.
Doof the boof.
Actually has me kind of thinking that if I ever met Dan Poppenmeyer, I'd probably just tell him about Boop to Doof, since Doof can also mean Dr. Doof, or could also refer to Dr. Doofenshmirtz. It is possible that when we eventually are able to one day go to Disney, we might run into him, because apparently Dan Poppenmeyer walks around Disney a lot. Or like Disney World. Disneyland. Or, yeah, Disney World. Or no, Disneyland. Yeah, the one in California. He walks around that one a lot. That was the one that we were talking about going to. Oh no, Evie, come back! I want to play with you. You're such a pretty little girl.
Yeah, no, Disney World in Orlando, Florida is the bigger of the two.
Yeah.
And that's because since it was their second park that they were opening, they and Disney parks were more established at that time. Disney was smart and was like, we're gonna buy up more land than we did previously with Disneyland, so that we have like more area that we can expand into in the future. Because sadly, a lot of people saw how lucrative it was to be near the Disney park, and so lots of hotel chains bought up and stores bought up the area surrounding it, because they're like, you know, we're gonna have, because people are coming to Disney, they're gonna want to stay at a hotel. It's not too far from it, and then the store, and then the you know, there's gonna be a lot of foot traffic, so restaurants and stores and stuff.
Yep.
Disney does not have a lot of surrounding land that they can expand into when it comes to Disneyland. So the sad thing is that when they want to bring in new stuff, you know, old stuff has to get replaced or removed.
Your first Pokemon game was Sword and Shield? Nice. Not a bad game to have for your first.
I like the Galar region. It's a nice region.
Yeah. Even if Team Yell can be a little bit overzealous. And can't you see that she's out of control and overzealous? Sorry. It's popped into my head.
Yeah. You show me how to be strong in the real way.
And I know that we can be strong in the real way. And I want to inspire you. I want to be your rock, and when I talk, it lights a fire in you.
I still find that I want to be your rock part funny.
Yeah.
'Cause they are rocks.
I love when Pearl does that thing where, like, she's singing a song and, like, you know the word that's supposed to be there, but then she's embarrassed to actually sing it, so so it's just left empty.
Oh, and it's not because I'm... And you know she's gonna say jealous, but she doesn't say it.
Yeah.
Either that or she's worried about you or something.
No, like, she's jealous. That's why it's there, because it jealous rhymes with overzealous.
Oh.
And it's like, I'm saying this for your own good, and not because I'm... And then you
Yeah.
know that, like, the word that was gonna go there was her thing, jealous, but...
Yeah, but I love when songs do that. Ooh, we just need one more blizzard. Let's go.
I could go for it.
Same.
We went to Zesto's the other day.
Zestos doesn't have blizzards.
No.
But from what you've told me, it has good ice cream.
Oh, yeah. They do indeed. Alright, Walrein is done with moves, so we can put Neptune in the PC. Well,
Bye,
Caster.
Neptune.
Bye, Neptune. You've always loved watching the Pokemon anime whenever you got home from elementary school? Yeah, I've loved watching the anime for a long time, too. Alright. Now let's see here. What else do we need to work on? Let's see here. In our party, we have Basculin, Empoleon, Tentacool, Octillery, and Mantine. Oh, somehow we never finished Celio. Because we have to just have to defeat it. Okay.
How many times do we have to beat it in a fight?
4 more. Or no. Oh no, we have to catch 4 more and then defeat 10 more.
That shouldn't be too difficult.
Let's see here. Empoleon, we need to see it use Strong Style, Hydro Pump, and Wave Crash. Although it's almost done with its Strong Style moves. And I think the issue we were in before was that we didn't have Wave Crash yet.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Rock Smash, Roost, Flash Cannon, Water Pulse. Yeah, we don't have Wave Crash yet. So Apollo just stays in the party right now. And we don't have Hydro Pump yet either. Okay. Mantike. We don't, we're good there. Mantine, we need to use Air Slash and Double Edge. You're already in the party. Okay. Tentacool. I think we need to put... Okay. I think it's easier to just go through and see what else that we need to work on that's not currently in the party. So, let's see here. Remoraid, we've perfected. Octillery doesn't need moves. Piplup and Primplup are good. Mantike, we need to defeat Mantike. Okay, no moves for Mantike. Mantine's in the party. Basculin's in the party. Tentacool is good. Tentacruel. We need it to learn Hydro Pump so we can use that. And then Finneon, we need to see it use Bubble. Okay, so we can actually pull Urchin out. And then... Or we could just pull out a Finneon. Well, we'll put Finneon here just so that we know that we need to work on it. And then that's all of it. Okay. Alright, that works. So, we still need to get Empoleon leveled up. So they're just in the party right now so they can gain levels. And let's see here, Octillery. Oh, we actually don't need Octillery in the party anymore. So we can pull Octillery out. We just have to catch one more. Let's see here. Mantine. We need agile style, air slash, and double edge. Air slash. We have air slash, we do not have double edge. Okay. Oh, there's a Burmy in that tree. Hello, David. Welcome. Water's always clearer on the other side of the sea. Wait, that analogy doesn't work as well? No, you gotta think about under the sea. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? Ha! Under the sea. Under the sea. Since life is sweet here, we got to be here naturally. Even the sturgeon and the ray, they get the urge to start to play. We got the spirit, you got to hear it under the sea. I might have mixed that up a little bit, but...
Close enough.
You love the reference? Of course! Alright. Just need a little bit more time for night to fall. Oh, there's a distortion. Okay. Well, we can actually hang around. Alright, so there's that. Next is Mantine with Agile Style. Ooh, Basculin's ready to evolve. Oh man. But we're not ready for Basculin to evolve. Basculin's ready, but we're not. Leo. Hey. Yes, I know. You want to get up on the TV stand, but you should not. It's not safe. I was gonna say, it's dark out. Where are the spawns? There's a doof. Yep, up the doof. Alright, agile style, air slash. Hello, Wormhole. Leo. Oh, Leo! Why'd you knock my mouse down to the floor? Why you do that? Yes, Leo is my cat. This little monkey butt. Come here, Ripple. You just knocked my mouse on the floor, too. Yeah, he's always trying to get onto my TV stand, but part of it flips. And that's why I don't want him up there, is because if it flips, he could get hurt, and he could also break my second monitor, which is also sitting on it.
Mm-hmm.
tell you something right now? Life with pets is so different than life without them. Oh my goodness. I have lived life without pets, and I don't care for it. I would much rather have a cat in my life. You have 3 dogs? Aw, puppers! I do like dogs, by the way. I'm not one of those weirdos who thinks that their favorite animal is the only animal they can like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am a weirdo. I'm just not that kind of a weirdo. Tentacool. Oh, Tentacool is done. Okay.
You may be a weirdo, but you're our weirdo.
Okay, so Tentacool, we don't need to see it use any moves, so we can actually put that one away. And just double check. Did it say we have... Yeah, we need to see Finneon use Bubble, so... Oops, no, we don't need rest. Well, I mean, we do need to rest, but... We'll go to the tent for that. Once we're done with our moves here, we can go back to the Cobalt Coastlands and do more catching and defeating. Oh, the storm started. I think. Yup, it started. Okay. We almost missed out on this. We want the items. And we also want a shiny Eevee.
They want the pretty, shiny.
It's so sparkly. And fluffy. Oh, so cute. And fluffy! I'm so glad that they got the original voice actor for Stitch back for the Lilo and Stitch live action movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally.
Well, he's not just the voice actor.
He's
He's
also...
one of the creators of Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
So,
That also means that they're definitely going to be paying like you know that it's going to have proper care given to it because they have one of the original creators on board. Literally the only issue I've had so far, one of them being a nitpick, the other being like an actual thing that makes me sad that they removed. But like, there's, like, they showed off Jumba and, well, at least Pleakley, they confirmed what his human disguise is going to look like. And I'm kind of sad that he's using a hologram that makes him look like a human man. Because, like, that was part of Pleakley's character, was that he liked the wig. So we see him playing with the wig in the movie, and then in the show, he's just on Pleakley. And we even learned that his first name is Wendy, which is a typically feminine given name.
yes, but in the alien culture, apparently, it's named after like a great warrior
Yeah.
from his alien race's like history.
Alright, good. Hunter's gone.
But I can kind of understand why Disney made the Royce just be like, like not do the cross-dressing bit again, because you know that there's gonna be like people who would just like needlessly get outraged and mad about like, because there's people saying really dumb things about cross-dressers right now.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of cowardly, honestly. I think that's why it's even more important to have it.
Yeah, but Disney doesn't want to ostracize an entire potential group of moviegoers. You have to remember, at the end of the day, they're a corporation trying to make money.
Oh, was there an item there that I didn't notice? Oops. Yeah, but I still hope that there's at least a scene where he's, like, going through the different holograms, and at least one of them is a human female.
We won't know until the movie comes out next month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have waited to release the movie. They should have waited until June instead of releasing it in May, because then they could have released the movie on 6/26.
Oh, that would have been so cool!
Yeah, that would have been
because
cute.
it would have been June, which is the 6th month, and then they could have released it on the 26th of June, so it would have been like, because in the American calendar, you guys go month, day, year.
That would have been so perfect! They could even, like, put that in the marketing, like, releasing 6/26.
Yeah. But, nope.
Maybe it's
Like,
because they
they
wanted to be more appropriate these days and not do cross-dressing. It's not really inappropriate, but there are people who are a little too obsessed with what other people wear.
There's some people saying really dumb things about how cross-dressers are trying to indoctrinate and turn the children, and it's like that's not how that works.
If that was the case, every boy who watched Dragon Ball GT would be trans because there was an episode where Trunks dressed as a girl. Same for all Dragon Ball fans would be trans because Goku dressed as a girl once.
There was also a cross-dressing episode in the early days of Pokemon.
Yeah, every Pokemon fan would be trans because Jesse and James cross-dress regularly.
They're trying to turn the children gay, and it's like, that's not how that works. If media could change someone's, identity in any way, don't you think a vast majority of us would be identifying as straight, considering the kids' media back in the day shoved heteronormative relationships down our throats?
Exactly. I mean, with how many times you've watched The Little Mermaid.
Or just any Disney movie.
Yeah.
That featured a romance subplot. Or was like heavy on the romance.
Mm-hmm. With all of the shows and movies that I watch with shipping, you'd think I would also be such a romantic person, but instead I'm aromantic.
It's like, you like romance for other people.
Yes.
You're like, you're like, I'm shipping trash. I love fictional romances and seeing and then when it comes to real life, I like seeing my friends happy in their romantic relationship. But you're like, but I don't need one, nor
Yes.
do I want one for myself.
Yep. I am content watching you and Rena. And being supportive of you two. I am content watching my siblings be happy. Oh wow. I guess a level 30 bubble isn't enough to one-shot.
But yeah, I think Disney chose the safe direction to go to so that they wouldn't get people like threatening to boycott the film.
It's just sad that the bigots are winning. Well, I mean, they're not winning, but...
They're not winning, it's just Disney is trying, like I said, they want to make money, so they don't want controversies around their films before the movies even come out. I mean, look at the big stink that happened just because of a few comments made by the actress playing Snow White in the live-action Snow White. I mean, that movie failed and tanked in the box office for like multiple reasons, but because of some comments made by the actress in interviews and stuff, that movie was surrounded by controversy before it even came out.
Yeah, but that was just her making butthole comments.
Well, it was not just her making, like, kind of like, it was like her not just bagging on the original animated film, it was also her, like, using her platform, and she would say stuff about the movie, but then she'd also make, like, political statements.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney's like, hey, we don't want our movie, like, why are you attaching political statements to your post about starring in our film? Like,
yeah, that was inappropriate, and also the fact that she decided that they should fire all of the little actors and deny them all jobs, and instead have the dwarves be CGI.
that has nothing. That was not on her. She would not have power to do that. She's just an actress in the film.
I heard that she was the one who convinced them to make that change.
They never actually hired any actual Little People actors. They had just random people stand-ins for her to act with. I think the plan was always for the dwarfs to be CGI. Like,
well, that's also sucky. Hello, Aiden. Welcome. Thanks for lurking. Wait, did I just go off the path? Yes, I am off the path.
but like people were also saying like they just did not know what they were trying to do with the story, and the changes they made were like unnecessary and just just didn't flow well. And then the CGI clearly, like, they did not give the CGI artists a good amount of time to actually make the CGI elements look good. There was also just some weird plot elements that they added that didn't go anywhere. Like, they apparently give the dwarfs this ability where, like, they can sense where the diamonds are, and like the diamonds will start to glow. And like it helps them find them. And it was like, oh yes, they have this new ability. It was not relevant to the plot at all for them to have this weird new ability. It added nothing. It was just there, apparently.
That's weird.
Also, apparently they tried to change, apparently changed the definition of, like, what being fair meant, because I guess they wanted to, like, go beyond just the queen being jealous of Snow
Leo?
in her plot motivations, but the changes just muddled and messed with the story and was not, like, it didn't make sense with the way that the queen was written. So it's like a lot of people are just, like, from posts I've seen online, a lot of people who have actually gone and seen the film were just like, it just didn't have the charm of, like, other Disney films or even, like, some of the previous live-action ones. It was just, like, their updates to the story to try and modernize it and make it, resonate with a modern audience just didn't, like, work. And then there was, like, just the costumes, which really sucks because I think the main costumer on the Snow White film worked previously on the live action, like, Cinderella, so we know she can do some amazing costuming work, but I think there was too much interference from higher up. They had, I bet you, the amount of the film's budget that actually went to the costuming department for buying materials and actually, like, paying the seamstresses and tailors and all that was very tiny. So that's why the costumes, just from even just in the trailers, they look cheap and almost like Party City level costumes. Like Snow's dress, I'm sorry, but I've seen better adaptations of Snow's dress by cosplayers who have, like, a shoestring budget.
They're not even called dwarves in the movie either. They call them magical creatures, and that's messed up. Oh gosh. I hate when able-bodied people assume that anyone with any kind of disability is just that sensitive.
Well, and it's like they're not even meant to be representation of a real group of people. They're a fictional race. Like,
yeah.
Like, dwarfs are fantasy race.
Like, they're not human beings with dwarfism. They're just the magical creatures called dwarves. Or
I think the term dwarfism for people with that condition came from the term dwarf existing already in people's vernacular.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but yeah, no, I definitely, the dwarfs being CGI was like, you couldn't have put out a casting call for, like, little people actors. There's like many of them out there.
Imagine if they'd gotten the guy from Enchanted that, when Giselle first arrives in New York City and she runs into the...
Grumpy! What's wrong with you, lady?
Yeah, imagine if they'd gotten him to play the actual Grumpy in the movie. In Snow White.
That would have been funny.
That would have been
That would
have been great meta.
But they don't even call the movie. It's not even Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's just Snow White because they're like, oh, we're making her more of the focus, and I'm like, okay. But they also tried to, like, make Snow the leader of, like, a rebellion and all this other stuff, and I'm like, and make her a girl boss, and I'm like, you're kind of missing the point of Snow as a character and how she was still a strong female character that was very inspirational to young women, because it's like, here she is going through years of like neglect and abuse by her stepmother, but she stays strong and kind and innocent.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't let what she is going through and what her stepmother is doing to her make her a jaded person. Also, girl had enough like strength of will that she convinced 7 men that they had to wash their hands before they could eat. She's like, yes, I made you dinner, but until I see that you have clean hands, none of you are touching this food. And they were like, okay, and listened to her.
Mm-hmm. It's like being a girl boss is not the only way for a woman to be strong.
Snow doesn't need to be like a good fighter. Like, and I'm fine with her wanting to be a good, like the added element of her wanting to be like a good queen for her people, and like, but like you could have had that being like, yeah, she wants to lead with compassion and understanding. Ding. It just, from what I could tell, it felt like a lot of people going into this, a lot of the people working on the film felt they had to fix the Snow White story.
Yeah, and I feel like
Whereas,
that
like,
is like...
if you're making a remake, it's like, you should I feel like the best kind of remakes come from somebody who loves the source material but wants to like expand on what was there.
Yeah.
And explore different elements of it, but there is still like a place of love for the original there, whereas it felt like the people making the new one were like, oh, Snow White's the Disney version's so old now that we have to change everything about it.
Yeah, I feel like a remake for the sake of quote-unquote fixing it is like the worst reason to make a remake. Unless the original movie is like really that bad to the point where very few people actually enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Where the only thing positive you can say about it is that there were good ideas there. That is the only time I would say that it's okay to make a remake because you want to fix it.
Or like, the only thing you can say that's good about it is like something in regards to like a visual aspect of the film, being like,
yeah,
there was some good cinematography. I liked the angles and the lighting that they chose to use. It's like, if the only good thing you can say about the movie is that it looked pretty, then that's a good reason to like go back to the drawing board with the story and tweak it and make a newer version of it later on.
Because look at the Annie movies. There are so many different Annie movies, but none of them were made because the directors hated the original movie. They were made because the Annie was such a wonderful story about found family. And like, even when the 2012 movie came out and there were a lot of different changes and stuff made to it, none of that was changes because they thought the original movie was bad. They were changed because they wanted to take a different twist with the same story.
They wanted to reflect like modern day, where it's like, oh, you know, because like at the time that Annie came out, the reason no one wanted to adopt Annie was because she was a redhead, and that's because at the time the original story, Little Orphan Annie, came out. Redheads were associated with like, being a redhead was associated with being Irish, and there was a lot of Irish hate in America at the time.
Yeah, they believed that the reason Irish people had red hair was because they had, quote, the devil in them.
So it's like, okay, it makes sense. Like at the time, that this is why she's not getting adopted. But that's not really a way people think anymore. So her being a little redhead doesn't really work if you're gonna like change the setting to a more modern day setting.
Yeah. Because nowadays, the group that gets adopted out the least are black kids.
Mm-hmm.
Red-haired people are people too. Yeah, exactly. Like that's like that was why it was the stereotype was so dumb in the first place. But the thing is that after that was why Annie was a redhead. She was intended to be a redhead because redheads were considered unadoptable at the time. The reason that the last remake made her black was because now it's black kids that had the hardest time getting adopted. Because even though we have come a long way with racism, there's still a lot of racism in the world, and you have white families that don't want to adopt a black kid. You got mixed race families that are told that they shouldn't adopt a black kid because, oh, you should adopt a child that looks like you. Which is also nonsense. Love is love. Love is colorblind.
But yeah, it's like I understand, like, yeah, you're gonna if you're trying to take a very old story and make it relatable to a modern audience, you're gonna have to change some elements of the story so that they resonate better with modern sensibilities and modern mindsets.
But there's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
And Snow White was just went into the mindset of we have to fix everything.
Yep. Your first dog was named Annie, but you didn't know if she was named after the movie character or not. It's been 7 years. Oh, I'm sorry that she lost her. You do know the Annie movie? Oh yeah, Annie is a story that I do hold near and dear to my heart. When I was in 5th grade, we did a play of Annie. And even though I didn't get the role of Annie, I still auditioned for her. And during other auditions, like, I even helped out with other auditions, since Annie's the main character. People who are auditioning for other characters, they needed someone to go off of, so I helped out with that. So I basically just read Annie's lines while other people auditioned for other characters. But I did get a role at the very least. I ended up playing Pepper, the mean orphan.
It's not time for us.
Yeah, it sounds like she was loved. Alright, and Bubble.
That's the important part of pet ownership, is giving your pet as much love as you can possibly give them for the time that they are with you.
Yep. Although I do prefer to think of myself as a cat guardian, not a cat owner. Legally, like, the law considers me his owner. And that he
You're
is...
his mom.
Yeah.
You adopted him. He is your furry baby.
Yes, he is. Peter, Nana, and Toto. Aww. Nana just makes me think of the dog from Peter Pan.
Poor Nana.
I actually saw a video the other day that was talking about like trying to figure out what exactly happened to Tinkerbell between the last of the Disney Fairies movies and like the original Peter Pan movie, like how she went from being so friendly and kind to trying to unalive Wendy and convince the Lost Boys to shoot down the Wendy bird. And someone had a interesting theory, but like it kind of falls apart when you really think about it. Their theory was that all of Tinkerbell's friends, the kids whose laughs resulted in her friend's birth, grew up and stopped believing in fairies, and that when each kid stopped believing in fairies, the fairy born from their first laugh passed away. But like, and then they continued on to say that the Lost Boys were those kids. But like, that doesn't really make sense when you think about it, because if the Lost Boys were the kids whose first laughs resulted in Tinkerbell's friends being born, first off, they should be older than Peter Pan, not younger, because Peter was the first Lost Boy. So they should be older than him. Second, they all still believe in fairies. So, if that...
Well,
yeah.
it depends. Yeah, because if it's supposed to be like, this is what jaded her during the events of the film and the Lost Boys are still there, yeah, it's like, how can they have grown up? Like, I know that in the actual story of Peter Pan, the J.M. Barrie story, that the Lost Boys do go with the Darling children. They go with Wendy, Michael, and John and get adopted by their parents, and then they grow up. But that's like after the events of Peter Pan have taken place, not before. And Disney didn't do that in their version. The Lost Boys stayed with Peter in the Disney version.
But also,
So
like,
it's like,
we know from the second movie that it doesn't have to be the child whose laugh gave birth to the fairy, because...
it's just people losing their belief in fairies. Any random fairy could just poof out of existence.
Because Jane was the one who told Tinkerbell, "I don't believe in fairies," and that was when Tinkerbell started to fade.
Yeah, and we don't know whose laugh Tink was born from.
Well, it's a popular theory that she was born from Peter's laugh, which, you know, there's nothing to contradict that, so I'm okay with that theory. I actually really like that theory myself. But, like, it definitely wasn't Jane.
No, because Tink would have been... Tink existed long before Jane was ever born.
Yeah.
It's interesting because there's two actual different Disney fairy continuities.
What was the other continuity?
There's the books that actually predate the films,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and they are actually set post Peter Pan. It's Tink has left being with Peter and gone back to Pixie Hollow. Like, she actually even encounters Peter again in like one of the books, and it's awkward, and like Peter wants to like her to come back and like have adventures with him again, but she's like, you know, moved on and she's happy with her new life back in Pixie Hollow. So she's like, I'll visit you, but I'm not gonna be staying and living with you again like I did before.
Also, I
It's
way overdid Finion.
we actually were supposed to get 2 more Tinkerbell movies after the Never Beast, but they fell through. Like, one because of like story things, and then other because like they just kind of stopped. They stopped producing direct to video. Like, they stopped having the Toon Disney which mainly does the TV shows, also do movies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we do still need Lumineon. I missed a water type.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a film called Tinker Academy. And that film was canceled due to story problems. And then we learned recently from one of the storyboard artists, like somebody who we learned from a man named Steven Anderson, who's a storyboard artist, screenwriter, film director, and voice actor, via a post on Twitter, that there had been an 8th Tinkerbell film in the works in late 2014, early 2015. The working title of the film was Tink Meets Peter, and it was intended to be the final installment in the Tinkerbell film series and a direct prequel to Peter Pan, which would show how Peter came to Neverland and how Tink and Peter met, how Peter cut off Hook's hand. But the production was the film was under production during a time when like the home video marketing was like plummeting, and it was completely canceled after Toon Disney Studios like closed in 2018.
Well, that's a shame. There's an Alpha Abra over there. I could mess with it, but it'll probably just teleport away. Yeah, I am sad that we didn't get that, though. That would have been a really great way to end the franchise. Yum. I figured we'd be getting here close to the start. Oh, look at the sleepy lion. Sleepy Lexio. Neo's getting pets. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Tinkerbell movies. They were good.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, Benny. Yeah, I pulled out some jelly beans myself.
We have gotten new Disney Fairy content this year, but this year and last year, but it's in the form of novels.
Yeah. Sort of like how we're getting a, I think it was a Gravity Falls comic. Or no, it wasn't Gravity Falls. Shoot, I know that there was a show that I liked, a more recent show. Well, not too recent, but that was getting like a new comic. Now I can't remember which one it was. It was like one of the big ones that was covered by a lot of different cartoon channels. Oh no, I think it wasn't Steven. Though uh there is a lot of talk about the potential Steven Universe revival coming soon.
Hmm.
We also got an announcement yesterday that obviously we don't talk about the show too much because it's mature, but they're gonna bring a Hell of a Boss over to Prime Video now, but it's also still going to be uploaded onto YouTube. So basically, like, they're gonna release episodes with like a similar schedule as before on Amazon Prime, and then once the season is done, they'll release the entire thing onto YouTube.
Ah.
And Viv still has full creative control and everything. Hello, Captain Price. Welcome. Enjoy your dinner, Meg. But because it's going to be on Prime Video now, they're actually allowed to do crossovers now with Has Been Hotel.
Well, that's good.
Which, you know, Viv's got to be excited for, because she's been saying that she would really love to do something with all 7 of the Sims together, but she couldn't do that. Yeah.
She couldn't do that because it's like how in the courtroom scene,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there was that empty seat.
Yeah, and the only reason you know that it's Lucifer's is because of the little ducky.
Yeah, the note that he wrote with the ducky.
And also when they reference the Golden Angel's fall and they look up at his chair. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Oh, there we go, finally. Alright, so let's go gather some items. I kind of wish the distortions had like an increased chance of spawning shinies. That would have been nice if it had been the case. Sadly, it's just the normal odds. I do hope that the theories of a Steven Universe revival are true, though, because I would love more Steven Universe, especially if it's like an actual revival and not just a reboot. Because Cartoon Network does not have a good track record when it comes to reboots. Bad Haunter! I'm trying to get to this... over here. Mine. My iron. Alright, this should be safe. Looks like we got everything. Water break. Yeah, it really is a shame that there's no water types in these distortions. It's just Eevee. Man, the filter the distortion puts on everything is trippy. Go and collect those apricorns as we're sitting here. Hello, you guys. 31. We could try to attack this Lickitung really quick. We might be able to get away with this. So this should give us some good experience. Alright, well, it wasn't too bad at least. I'm not gonna do it with the Onyx though, because, well, then again, well, actually, what does Luminion need to do? Let's see here. Luminion. There you are. Silverwind. That is a bug type move. That's not going to be very useful on a rock type. And we don't have Hydro Pump yet. Apollo, change moves. Oh no, we do. Okay. That works then. Whoops. Come here, Onyx. Oh, wrong one. Supposed to use Apollo. And Hydro Pump. Lick your tongue. Hydro Pump. It's like we're sitting here waiting for an Eevee to spawn in anyways, so... might as well take advantage of these higher level Pokemon. Oh, don't miss. Come on, Apollo. Alright. Onyx is unaware. And Hydro Pump. Alright. It sounds like it's getting louder, so... probably almost done. Yep. And it's done. Alright, let's head back. I really should make a spreadsheet of everything we still need to work on. But we need to do that for the regular save file too. So yeah, we have a lot of Hydro Pumps to see. We also need to see Strong Style, so we could use our last Hydro Pumps in Strong Style as well. Yeah, once we have used up all of the moves that we need to use at the moment, then we can go back to the Cobalt Coastlands. And we can actually, like, do our knockout moves. Oh, I missed the boop. Okay, where'd that doof go? I must boop. Evie didn't give me my boop fix. Where's the... There he is. Boop! Alright. The doof has been booped. And now for this doof to get booped. Get booped! Also, I kind of forgot that we don't have strong style on Hydro Pump yet, so that's a moot point. We'll get it eventually, but eventually is gonna be a wise away, considering the fact that we only get one experience. Because of how high level we are. Alright, and boop! Although we do have candies that we could use too. Come here, you. I need to boop you. Please don't run. I said please. For some reason that made me think of the scene from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, the Bardock special. Not the the episode of Bardock, but like the time travel one. Where Lord Chilled is like, please don't break my butt. No. Well, speaking of Abridged, I don't know why, but for some reason I have had the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged parody of Bad Romance stuck in my head for like days. Which, like, most of it I actually can sing if I just censor it. But, like, for some reason my brain just keeps, like, Merrick just keeps going, just keeps singing the chorus. Me and Bakura, we shall have our revenge, and then we shall take your leather pants. Ho, ho, ho. Me and Bakura, we shall have our revenge, and then we shall take your leather pants. But then I also keep replacing it with, like, the literal lyrics, because he commissioned someone to make, like, an animation of it, and he ended up doing a literal version after that, so it's like you just sing what's on the screen. So because he's doing the Thriller dance, this is the literal version is like, I'm dancing similar to Michael Jackson in that video where he was a zombie. Chibi little man. It's like a chibi Merrick just runs across the screen. But that's been stuck in my head for days. It's been an experience, I'll say that. I don't know why it suddenly popped into my head, but it did, and it won't go away. Right, Basculin. Alright, we need 7 more double edges. We've got 1 PowerPoint left on us right now.
Matsu. You got that song from Steven Universe stuck in my head now.
Strong in the real way?
Yeah. And that was making me think about Pearl, and then that made me think of that episode where she, like, has to stay in her gem form for a while, and then like she at the very end she reforms, and then she sees the chaos around her, looks up at Amethyst, and is like, "I'm not even gonna ask what happened to you."
I got hit by an airplane!
And then that made me think of Amethyst in the "I'm a horse."
And the girl
And
just
then
puts her arm around her.
Amethyst being a horse made me think of, why would she be a cowboy?
She's so wonderful and spontaneous, and why would she be a cowboy?
And then we did see her.
And it's like,
And a few episodes later, we did see Ruby.
we found out exactly why she would be a cowboy. She'd gone country. She's gone country. Back to her roots. She's gone country. Look at them boots. She's gone country. Here she comes. Yes, everything is a song reference. Alright, good. The dudes did not run when we booped them. Oh, we're so close to being done with Basculin, and then we can evolve it! And then work on Basculegion! Drifloon will not help with that. Although we can use Hydro Pump, so... if you try to use it on a ghost type, it won't register that you saw it being used. Same for if they miss. Come on, Apollo. I need you to not miss. How could you miss? It was 3 feet in front of you! There's a tooth over here. Boop. Hey, Nixie, welcome. No shiny Eevee yet, but we're mainly just working on moves at the moment. Although we did do our very first perm hunt yesterday, like a proper perm hunt, permutation hunt, and managed to get a Shalfa Riolu. Just gotta evolve him into so that he can be a Shalfa Mega Lucario. Once ZA is out and home updates to be compatible. You can feel free to drop your link too, Nixie. Although I guess you're not really making content at the moment because of everything that's going on. But you still can if you want to. Okay, so how many more? 1 more double edge. That's all we need. That's all we need, and then we can evolve it. Then we can see what we need to do for Basculegion. Let's find something that we can fight. Probably a Weasel. Weasel works. Hello, Noah. Welcome. Not sure when you'll return to content. At the very least, not anytime soon. Understandable. I'm sorry the fundraiser didn't go too well. Alright, we just needed the one. We just needed the one. We got the one. Alright. Double check, but we should be good. Yes, we can evolve it now. Ghost fish! Ghost fish! Alright, Basculin evolved into Basculegion. So now, we just gotta find its dex entry. There it is. We need to see it use Wave Crash and Shadow Ball. And we also need both strong and agile style moves. That's gonna be fun. Nice, ghost fish. Yes, we got a ghost fish. Alright, so Wave Crash. It's already there. And Shadow Ball. Alright, so there's the two moves that we have to see. We at least have those moves. Alright, the sun's up. Now, where the deuce? Here's the deuce! Oh, Eevee. Hey, wait! Alright, Wave Crash. Let's go Agile. Because we know it'll take out the Eevee no matter what. You realize I'm not shelf. Oh, I still have the wrong thumbnail. Whoops. And I can't fix that right now either. I'll have to fix that off stream. Because I can't pull up Opera or else everything is gonna crash. Oh, I forgot to fix the thumbnail. Oops. I don't think I can change the thumbnail in studio mode in OBS. Man, I can't wait to have the money to get my computer fixed. Alright. Thank you, Benny. Oh, I messed that up. That was my fault. Thank you for telling me, Nixie, or I might not have noticed. Can't wait to have a general computer. You can't wait to have a computer again in general? Yeah, understandable. I had a feeling you meant can't. I actually read that as can't. Alright. Oh, nice, we got berry trees again. Hey, wait!
It's old Ruby Rider.
Ruby riding alone. She's a sturdy.
Stone.
Yeah, a charger, you could use your laptop, but either way probably won't matter soon. You get kicked out. Yeah, understandable. I hope things work out. Aww, the doof ran away. No more doof? It wouldn't let me boop it, but this doof did. We got to boop this doof. I'm getting toasty. I think I need to turn the AC on. It might actually be something good to do while waiting for more spawns to come in. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go up here, heal up, and I'm gonna go switch the heat over to AC. I'll be right back. I'm back. As soon as I got up, Leo reminded me it was 6 o'clock. So he's been fed too. They give you a court date today for the eviction process, being the 7th, but still no news on the other situation yet. Hopefully you hear something soon. Hopefully good news. Oh, that's not what I want to sit now. Alright, any more spawns over here? Yes. Boop. Actually, we should probably be using strong style now that I'm thinking about it. Because agile could be more useful when we go back to the Cobalt Coastlands, so you could get more moves off. Hey, wait! You gonna call Monday to see if there's any news about the... Okay.
It's me. I'm a horse.
I love how Pearl just kind of accepts that that's what's happening. It's like, yeah, I'm used to this. It's like at the beginning of the show, she would have definitely been like, "Why are you a horse?"
Just the Amethyst walks up the stairs onto the balcony and is just like, "Psst, it's me. I'm a horse." And like Pearl looks confused for a second, but then it's just like, okay.
It's Amethyst. I should be used to this.
Oh, I just came across a funny drawing. It's of like Daybreaker, you know, the evil version of Celestia, but she's drawn in like a kid form, and she's like, "Can I have some ice cream, Daddy? Pretty please." And then off screen, a voice just goes, "Only if you promise not to erase mankind." And she's like, okay."
Hey Ty, welcome. Leo is looking very satisfied right now. He's licking his lips.
Did he have his lunch?
Yep, he got his dinner. Alright. And okay, the distortion's out that way. We could actually use Shadow Ball on the Haunters too. Taking so much recoil damage too. Okay, and that lighting, Shinx's eyes kind of just looked like they were a solid color, and that was really creepy.
I mean, it's like, oh no, did we just enter a Pokemon creepypasta? The Shinx who stole this pure soul.
Is the right side so far? You don't have overlapping dates? That's true. That's good. I mean, if things did overlap, I'm sure that you could talk to somebody and be like, hey, you know, we've already got this going on. And you could see it in your records, too, so you know we're not lying about it. Yeah. Goodbye for cuddles. If your Rapidash is named Daybreaker in your Brilliant Diamond game after Princess Celestial's evil version, so it kind of looks like her. Yeah, I usually name my Galarian Rapidash after her.
Some people have also named theirs Twilight because of that one instance in one episode where Twilight's hair catches on fire and like she has like the Rapidash coloring for like a split second.
Yeah, Cantonian Ponyta, yeah.
No, it's Rapidash because horn.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's only the Galarian one that has a that has a horn.
Yeah, Ponyta. Standard Ponyta doesn't have a horn.
Yep. I still wish that we could have gotten, like, at the very least, a Gigantamax Rapidash that looked like
wings.
Yeah. With the wings. We need an Alicorn Pokemon. You're gonna lay down? Alright, well thanks for stopping by, Nixie. Rest well. Got myself turned around again. Come here, Ponyta. Actually, since you're not a normal type, we can actually use Shadow Ball on you. Alright, let's finish this up and then let's go to the distortion.
Distortion.
I thought there was a... Oh, there you are. You're hiding from me. Don't you run.
Don't you run from me.
Don't you run from me, young lady.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. I'll get you. One way or another.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you.
Remember when the Rugrats parodied that song?
Oh, in the movie, in one of the movies with Angelica.
Yeah. That was fun. I have to say though, I am a little bit surprised we haven't seen a shiny Osprey. Should have had a Pegasus Pokemon too. Don't have enough horse Pokemon. Agreed. Alright, this should be it. Let's go heal up at camp and then head to the Distortion. Let's also make sure there's not another Duke here. I think we got the two. Yeah, we got them both. Alright. Just a little bit.
This is the Rugrats version because she's trying to get Cynthia back.
No, Cynthia! No, Cynthia! From that kid or his brother.
I'm gonna get you.
Gotcha. And if you're ripped or you're hurt, I will shove them in dirt. Yeah. Although I do have to admit, the pee scene is a little weird. When all the babies are singing about, oh, it's a bright new world, and then they pee a rainbow.
Yeah, that part.
Like, did we really need that? Do we really need a bunch of newborns peeing into the air and causing a rainbow to show up?
No, we really didn't.
Oh, okay. You know, I was trying to avoid them, but I was actually just thinking that, as annoying as it probably would be to not be able to hide from them, I think it would actually be an interesting detail if the Luxray line, or at the very least just Luxray, was actually able to see you while you're hiding in the grass. Like, that would be annoying if you actually couldn't hide from them, but...
Love can be... There's no need to be alone, and you'll find that someone. I'm gonna get you while I got you inside.
I'm gonna get you if it takes all night. You can bet you by the time I say go, you'll never say no. I'm gonna get you, it's a matter of fact. I'm gonna get you, don't you worry about that. You can bet your bottom dollar in time you're gonna be mine. Just like I should, I'll get you good.
I've planned it.
Here's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna love you, and you're gonna fall in love with me. Yeah.
So don't try to run, honey. Love can be fun. There's no need to be alone when you find that someone.
I'm gonna get you with some... Yeah.
Gonna get you if it takes all night. You can bet you by the time I say go, you'll never say no.
I'm gonna get
I'm
you,
gonna
it's a
get you,
matter
it's a
of
matter of
fact.
fact.
I'm gonna get you, don't you worry
about
about that.
You
You
can
can
bet
bet
your
your bottom
bottom
dollar
dollar
in
in time
time you're
you're
gonna
gonna
be
be mine.
mine. Just
Just like
like
I
I
should,
should,
I'll
I'll
get
get
you
you
good.
good. Such a good song. I love Shania Twain.
So what? You're Brad Pitt.
That don't impress
Don't
me
impress
much.
me much. So you're a rocket scientist.
Why do I now kind of want to do like a miraculous version of that don't impress me much? Okay, so you're Cat Noir. That don't impress me much. It's like it would be a Marinette version. Complete with like, it's like an A and B and everything. Okay, so you're a supervillain. Whatever. Alright, looks like the distortion's starting. Alright, what do we got? Magmarizer. Sell that. Nothing up here. Here's something. Firestone. Sell that. Red shard. Green shard. Green shard.
You got being right down to an art. You think you're the genius, drive me up the wall. You're a regular, original, know-it-all.
Oh, you think you're special. Oh, you think you're something else. Okay, so you're a rocket scientist.
So you're a rocket scientist.
That don't impress me much.
So you got the brains, but have you got the touch?
Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright. But that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night.
That don't impress me much. Yeah, yeah. I know you're a guy who carried a mirror in his pocket and a comb up his sleeve. Just in case, and all that extra whole gel in your hair ought to lock it, 'cause heaven forbid it should come all out of place. Oh, you think you're special. Oh, you think you're something else. Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. So you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much. So you got the looks, but have you got the touch?
Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright. But that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night.
That don't impress me much.
There's Sylveon. We gotta play with Sylveon just because Tomboy didn't realize he was in this game.
You're gonna take off my shoes before you make it in. I believe you kiss your cock at night.
No, come on, baby, tell me. You must be joking, right?
Right.
Oh, you think you're special. Oh,
you think you're something
else. Okay,
So
so
you
you got a car. That don't impress me much.
So you got the moves, but have you got the touch?
Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright.
But I
Don't
won't
keep me warm in the middle of the night.
Don't impress me much. Yeah, think you're cool, but have you got the touch? No,
don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright. But that won't keep me warm in the wrong
cold, lonely nights. No, don't impress me much.
Okay,
Oh,
so what do you think? You're
yeah.
Elvis or something? Whatever. You were thinking, yeah, yep, I understand. Now you see that's proof that's in Legends Arceus, yep. Hold still, Ursaring. I was gonna go for Onyx, but you were being obnoxious.
Let's go, girls.
Water break.
Water break in our water playthrough.
Oh. Funny that Ursaring was the only thing that saw me. I forgot I had bulldoze. That actually hurt a bit.
The best thing about being a woman
It's the prerogative to have a little fun and go totally crazy.
Forget I'm a lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Really go wild, yeah. Doing it in style. Oh, get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair, do what I dare. I wanna be free, yeah, to feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman.
Shania's an icon.
And she's Canadian.
Yep, I did know that. And it figures that someone so awesome would be from Canada. She's also a humanitarian, too.
Yes, she is. She does a lot of. She donates a lot to charity and.
She even did a special album where literally all of the proceeds from that album went to charity. Like, I think, like, the songs on it were, like, just regular song, but, like, that specific album, any money that it made went to charity.
She also, back in 2010, created Shania's Kids, a charity designed to address the needs of neglected children who are frequently overlooked by social assistance programs.
Tai, you are not just a boring Canadian. Canadians are awesome.
Wait, Ty is also Canadian?
Yep.
I did not know that he was also a Canadian like me.
They. Yep.
I did not know they were a Canadian.
You're gonna get going? Alright, well thanks for stopping by, Benny. Hope you have a magical day.
You'll be seeing a lot more of Matsu in this mermaid-inspired outfit.
Yep. I mean, this is really just a swimsuit, but yeah. I forgot to clear out my satchel.
Because soon it shall be
Mermaid.
So you'll be seeing a lot of water type only. Maybe we'll do some do they we're going into Persona 5 for Sundays, or
Yeah, we're still doing Persona 5.
do they have
for
they do
Sundays.
they have the no, but are we going into Persona 5? Which game are we in?
We're in Persona 5, yeah.
Do they have the like outfits you can unlock or like purchase like they do in P the P3?
Yeah, you can change your
Or
costumes. We just haven't
maybe
yet.
maybe we'll put the characters in Persona 5 in swimwear for Mermaid.
We have to unlock the swimwear.
Ah. Well, if we can unlock it, then we'll put the characters in it.
Yeah, we're not going to get to that far in May, unfortunately.
Darn.
Because, like,
Well, I guess per Sundays will be a break from the mermaid theme then.
yeah. We are just getting started on the story for this upcoming palace. And then we have the next palace after that. And then they go to the beach.
So yeah, it'll be a while.
Yeah.
And we only have like, 4 Sundays in a month, so. But there might be some, maybe we'll because we do have a mod, a mermaid related mod for The Sims 4 that we kind of played around with a bit a couple years back, but we haven't really explored in full. So maybe we'll do a bit of that. Who knows? But the mermaid stuff, even with the mod, is not
Yeah.
the funnest when it comes to The Sims 4. There's a lot they could have done to make the mermaid expand the mermaid
Occult.
occult better.
Yeah.
Though we have some like custom mermaid related like look stuff that we've got some custom mermaid CC that Matsu has downloaded that's fun to look at and stuff like. So we might do a bit with that, but maybe once or twice in the month. That'll be what happens during a sim stream. But
like for the Sims, we're mainly focusing on the Super Sim Challenge though, and there's no special traits or aspirations to do with mermaids, unfortunately.
Not without the mod.
Yeah, well, even then, like, that's all CC stuff, and even though I do have some CC aspirations, that's not really the
point of the challenge. No.
Yeah, I'm not including the CC aspirations that I've downloaded as part of the challenge.
Yeah. So, and then there might be the occasional mermaid-related art stream here and there, because we did start working on a character design last year that I don't think we ever finished.
Yeah.
Sadly, there aren't too many, like, mermaid games out there.
Yeah.
And we don't want to make mermaid, like, the whole month just nothing but art streams.
Right. So, like, there's gonna be some normal streams, too. Like, really, the only thing I really actually have planned for Mermaid is just this playthrough.
This playthrough and maybe the occasional, like, mermaid-related art stream.
Yeah.
Because we do have mermaid and mermaid adjacent characters for our story that need to finally get designs, because it's like, yeah, this character's existed since the beginning of our story.
Yeah.
But they never got a canonical design yet. And we need to fix that. Like, I mean, it wasn't until last year that we finally got a design for Sora.
Yeah. Ooh, we're almost done with Hydro Pump? Oh wow, Vasculegion, we've gotten a lot of work in on with Vasculegion already. Dang. Time flies when you're just laser focused. Okay, we're only about halfway done with Hydro Pump. And our bees are back. Hey! You're not part of their path. And like, as much as I would love to emulate some of the older like Little Mermaid games, I guarantee they would the music would copyright us.
Oh, yeah. And there's some of the games would be harder to emulate than others because there's some that just have like microphone
Yeah.
like things. Like there's one where literally you have to, you know, it's Little Mermaid themed, so like one of the challenges involves you having to like sing into your mic and like hit certain notes to like do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of them, of course, were like the DS ones, like heavily involved using the stylus to do things.
Apollo! I'm glad this Bidoof didn't run away because that was 2 misses in a row.
Oh, Paul.
I really hope that we are able to actually do so to incorporate Wano into the story somehow too.
Mm-hmm.
Right, trans merman.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember when I decided to make him in The Sims 4 for a Rags to Riches playthrough, and things went way out of hand when his alien girlfriend got him pregnant. And it's like, excuse me? That was the whole reason why we were dating a female Sim, was because we were trying to be, like, realistic, and, like, we were actually going to, like, spend a certain amount of money once we had it to actually, like, go through, like, pretend that he was going through an actual surgery.
Yeah, to quote unquote, get him his bottom surgery.
And it's like, okay, well, let's date a girl. So, because Wano, you know, does like girls. I forget exactly what Wano's sexuality was, but he was attracted to girls. And it's like, okay, let's date a girl because she won't be able to get us pregnant. And then we woohoo with her, and it turns out that she's an alien. And the next thing we know, we're pregnant. It's like, the point was to not get pregnant, and we had triplets. That just made it even worse. It's like, oh my gosh, now we have triplets.
Okay, now we have to take care of 4 Sims.
5, because it's like, well, we better bring the mom into the household.
Like, you did this to her. You were taking responsibility.
Although I think we were gonna have the relationship not work out, but that was around when we stopped that playthrough.
This is not the direction we thought this was gonna go in.
Oh, come on, Ponyta. There we go. She's like, I don't want to get wet. I do love Empoleon's design, though. He's very dapper. Oh, it's raining. I was like, wait, where'd the other Ponyta go? Oh, it's raining. That's why. That's why it
They're like,
disappeared.
no, our fire, my fire. Oh, Eevee, why couldn't you have been shiny?
No. Ooh. That is a big doof. Dang it, please don't run. Don't you dare. Thank you. Alright. Now for the big doof. Come here, you. Big doof! That would actually be kind of funny if we caught it and named it Big Doof.
You big.
Actually, you know what? If we ever do get a Shalfa Bidoof, we have to name it Big Doof now. That is now law. So if we ever find a Shalfa Bidoof, we have to name it Big Doof.
Make a note of this.
Alright, it's technically 5 till, but my wrist is getting sore. So let's see if anyone's live right now to go do a raid. Let's see here. Oh, Gardner's live. That's perfect. We can go raid Gardner. Alright, on the chat. There it is. Alright, so there's the link. Hello, Emerald. Welcome. Sorry you joined right as we're about to wrap up and go on a raid. So we're going to go raid Poke Gardner. So make sure you use hashtag MatsuRaiderific to let Gardner know that I sent you. And I'll see you all over there. So thank you all for joining us today. And as always, I hope you all have a